I'm here with Valentine, and she is an ambassador, but she's also a UNF student. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right, because the museum partners with UNF. Am I right in that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So tell me about that partnership, and then tell me what you do.
Yeah, so we are UNF's Cultural Institute. So we are not only partnered with UNF, but we're also considered technically an on-campus location.
Right, very cool.
So basically my job is a guest ambassador position. So I tell people about the art as well as make sure everything's running smoothly in the galleries, which goes from giving like full little tours to people, as well as just pointing out some of my favorite pieces, as well as talking about their favorite pieces.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do, right? You're gonna walk me around and we're gonna talk about art.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's start with this one.
Perfect.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, so this is Yuri, or Ghosts, by Hiromi Moneyhoon. She is an Asian artist who works a lot with environmental themes. So these are all paper cranes, all of those reflective things you see there. And these were actually created by volunteers we had coming into the museum, as well as Hiromi herself and the employees. So this is about 4,000 paper cranes down here. And all of the pieces that were cut out were done by Hiromi herself by hand. And the piece itself represents the amount of oil spills and climate change and that sort of topic. So this is almost like this ghostly presence rising outside of the water of an oil spill.
Oh, wow. This is beautiful. That is so cool. Let's see what we got next. Well, we've made our way to the second floor. Valentine, what are we checking out? This is your jam, so you tell me.
Yes, so this floor is called Contemporary Cartographies. It works with interpretations of map making, which is a mix of how people see the world as well as using actual maps.
Oh, wow.
And this specific piece is called Star Quarters. It's a piece by Robert Rauschenberg. He's had a couple different pieces in our museum before, and people might recognize this piece as it's been here before.
Oh, okay, cool. Obviously, so these constellations, have they drawn stuff to like, are these real constellations, I guess is my question.
Yes, so he uses a mixture of recognizable items and symbols as well as actual constellations to make people draw their own conclusions as to what they're seeing, and use almost the contrasting images of, like, for example, this is not actually a dog. Like, this constellation doesn't look like a dog.
No.
So it's almost looking at how people see the world versus what the world actually looks like. And the mirror element adds an extra layer to that, where you can see yourself in the art. So I enjoy looking at this piece and looking at the little details of it. For example, there's these little paint splatters and things like that.
I don't want to touch it, don't touch it.
Yeah, no touching. But the fun thing about this exhibition as a whole and this particular piece is that there's so much that you can notice, especially with me being here so often. I'll just look at the pieces and notice tiny little details.
Like something new every time, huh? Wow. This is really cool. Thank you for sharing with me.
Seems like there's a lot to look at there.
There is. Extra special thanks to our folks over at MOCA. You haven't been to MOCA yet, have you?
I've not been there yet, no, and there's really no excuse because it's so close.
It's cool. It is really, really cool. That initial piece, the big one that we were looking at, it's like 40 feet tall. It's huge. Crazy. Yeah, it's very, very neat.
I was asking, what is it made of? Because we were kind of talking a little bit, so I didn't get to hear everything that she was saying. So she might have said it, but you were like, oh no, it's mixed media.
It's mixed media.
Like a bunch of different
Absolutely, yeah. Like the little cranes on the bottom, they're all made by like volunteers and stuff. It's really, really pretty cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah. Well, guys,